Bluff City Media presents the No Bluffing Podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes. Now, let's get to the show.
Is Nation, what's going on? I'm Chris Ingram.
And I'm Evan Hayes.
And this is the No Bluffing Podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything. Grizzlies, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Another good one for y'all. We're going live tonight. Late as a mug, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood. We got some. It's a fire show for y'all. I already know.
A lot to talk about.
Yeah. We got a fire one for y'all tonight. I'm excited to hop right into the topics, man. But before we do that, make sure y'all give us a follow on X at the handles down below. If y'all know how to spell it, it's right there in your face, as well as our main pod page as well, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in over there on there for sure. We live on X and YouTube tonight. Just because tomorrow gonna be hella busy, a lot going on. Got a game tomorrow, second night of a back-to-back, all that good stuff. But we got a good one for y'all tonight for sure. Before we jump into it, Evan, my boy, tell me something good, man. How was your week, bro?
It was smooth. Nothing crazy going on. Just getting more used to the new city, new team, and all that. Just working out a lot more on a consistent basis with the team. Going to my classes, that's all together. So, just taking it day by day. I feel like I'm getting my feet wet a little bit more, meeting more people. I'm not sitting by myself in the cafeteria every day now. So it's cool though. Ain't nothing wrong sitting by yourself in the cafeteria. If everybody,
sometimes you get your thoughts together, man.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do your thing. But no, it was cool. Like I was just before we got on, I was just kicking it with some of my track teammates. We were just watching some basketball, man. So no, it's been cool, bro. Smooth little week, man. Another week, another dollar. Got another one coming up. So how about you, though?
Man, can't complain. Hopefully got some good news here. I did get some good news this week. In the business side of things, for sure. And hoping for some even bigger and better news in the next couple of weeks, man. So just chopping down that tree every week, trying to be better than what I was last week. Yeah. Just continue to take care of the family as always, bro. So
most definitely,
everything good this way. We got my boy King Meeks in the building tonight.
What's up, my guy?
Appreciate you tapping in with us for sure. Crazy last 2 days with trades, man.
We got 5 all day. We got to get all that. Don't worry. Just give us 1 second. Give us 1 second. We'll get right into it.
Man, I swear it's a lot going on. There's a lot to come too, for sure. You're right. Hey, man, you can call us Cinnamon tonight. I don't know. Cinnamon. What's another good stripper name? We can call us all that.
Rose, something like that.
Man, but we're gonna jump into it. We don't really have no bluffing news for y'all this week per se. Just everything we're gonna talk about is news. But we're gonna jump into at least the news segment of our show. It's gonna be about the Grizz week in review this week. So we're gonna jump right into that and just kind of chop it up about these 3 games that we had over the last week, man. The Grizzlies went 2-1, which is still, in the grand scheme of things,
good week.
When you winning more than when you losing, it's always a good thing. They did have a bad loss to the Knicks. I believe was it Saturday or Sunday?
It was Monday.
Okay. National TV game, right?
Yeah, ESPN.
Yes,
it was. It was ESPN.
No.
Yes, it was. It was ESPN.
The Knicks?
Yeah, we had the Knicks and the Bucks this week on national TV.
Rockets was on that for TNT.
You're right.
Because everybody was saying it should have been on TV because it was like the top 3 seeds, the top 2 seeds.
Yeah, you're right.
Wrong as hell, talking about get league pass. No, y'all put it on national TV.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. Yeah, you're right.
But it's good it went on national TV because they got their ass embarrassed. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, from the jump.
Ja didn't play well. None of them played well.
Nobody played well, yeah.
Nobody played well at all. They went up there and got beat. They come back home. You come to find out Ja has an injury. We'll touch on that here in a second. And he's out against the Rockets, which was highly anticipated on TNT. We've already lost to them 3 times this year. Good God, what's going to happen? They pulled that one out. 1-point win or 2-point win?
1-point win, 120 to 119. At the buzzer, well, not at the buzzer, but it came down to last possession. Of course, y'all saw Jaren Jackson Jr. hit 2 clutch free throws, but we had to get 1 defensive stop. Count out Dez Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. We finally beat them damn Rockets. Finally beat them damn Rockets. Oh my! And we had Jai out. They had African Goon out. But honestly, I don't care. A win is a win.
Win is a win
already. Yeah. That's our first time beating Dylan Brooks since he's left Memphis. He's been gone for a whole year, and it took us over a year to beat that man.
Yeah. So you come out on Sunday. You face the Bucks. And in impressive fashion, honestly, closing that game out late. Jaren took over and got the win in Milwaukee. They come back to Memphis to play the Spurs tomorrow night in Memphis. I don't know what that's going to look like with all the trades that we got to talk about later in the show. Yeah. After a 2-1 week, man, we had some lows. We also had some highs, man. Just what's your feel of the team right now? What was your feedback on the games that we played? Just how you feeling after a 2-1 week, bro?
Well, you can never complain over a 2-1 week, Chris. So you never get mad at that. I want to say this is unpopular, but I feel I never want to take a loss, but I feel like that Knicks loss was needed. I feel like we needed that jolt of energy. Like, we got our ass kicked, like, without a doubt. No one played well. The Knicks were more physical than us. Like, they out-rebounded us. Guys turned the ball over. Like, we just looked shook in that type of environment, on that stage. We looked shook. But if you play the film of the last 2 games, it looks like a completely different team. We're playing more aggressive, playing more sense of urgency. Everyone's on one accord on both ends of the ball. So that's what I even though I hate that Knicks loss, and that doesn't make me feel great, the last 2 wins against very competitive teams made me feel better about what his team could look like when we're going into May, June, and July. So I felt pretty good over this week overall. Number one, Jaren is, I can't speak enough on
cooking, bro.
Like, he has to get all NBA consideration at this point. Like, he had 37 tonight, and he had 16 in the fourth quarter. He hit 7 threes tonight. Like, I love Ja Morant. We all know Ja Morant is the best player on this team, but Jaren's putting Superman cape on right now. He honestly is. Like, I'm not saying the other guys aren't carrying their weight. Obviously, like, Dez is playing well. We had Santi playing well when he needed. Luke Kennard's been playing great. Luke Kennard's been playing out his mind. We're 4-0 when Luke Kennard starts. So let's just throw that out there. Like, he's playing great basketball, but Jaren's putting his cape on right now, and I love to see it. When Ja gets hooked, I hope that Jaren still stays there, so we have 2 Supermans on the court. Because when Jaren's playing, like, he knows he's the best player on the floor. We saw he just allowed against Giannis tonight. No one in the league can stop him.
Yeah, right.
Straight like that. So shout out Jaren. Again, shout out Luke for playing his ass off. Like I said, 4-0 when he's starting, he's putting the ball on the floor. He's not just being a shooter that just punt fake all the time. He's being an all-around basketball player, which we love to see. Dez continuing to be consistent. So just the team's playing well right now. Team's playing well. TJ ain't messing it up too much with these runs. He's playing his best players more now, like, which is something that we
still loafing, bro.
Still loafing, but he playing. I think the other night, Dez played like 40 minutes the other night, I think, against the Rockets.
Yeah, I give him kudos for that, for sure.
Yeah, like, Dez played 40 minutes, so, like, I got, like, even though we are very critical for Terry Jenkins, I have to give him his credit sometimes.
You want to know what's so funny? If Dez don't play 40, if Dez plays 35, we definitely lose that Rockets game.
Oh, that's a fact.
We won by 1. He played 40.
He needed all 40.
Right there.
Like, we needed every single one of those. Like, tonight, Jaren had 33. Like, tonight, Jaren had 33 minutes. So, like, it's a little over 30. I can take that. I wish it would be more like around 35, 36, but Jaren played 33 minutes tonight. We won by 13. So, overall, good week, man. I feel like that Knicks game was needed, and we look to see we're playing like a legit NBA playoff team, which other times in the season we didn't look like that as on a more consistent basis.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at the minutes that's kind of something I've been tracking lately, bro. Is that, you know, our stars and then the other team stars. Shout out to Whataburger. They played 37 minutes tonight, both Dame and Giannis. Now, granted, Dame had a terrible game. Shout out to Jalen Wells for the defense. He's been clapping on him. I want to say I saw a stat that he's like averaging like 9.5 points against us this year with Jalen Wells guarding him majority of the game. That's amazing. Obviously, Dame is on the other side of his career, but he's putting up still, you know.
He's still Dame.
Numbers. Yeah. But that's just something I've been keeping track of. You know, if they playing 37 and Dez didn't even play, I think that Dez played right at 29 minutes. He
didn't get over 30.
So, you know,
Luke paid 30. That's crazy.
Surprising as hell.
Yeah. Jalen Wells had 31.
Gigi did get 2 minutes more than Jake, but I'm sorry. He probably should have got all 15 of Jake minutes. I'm just so tired of that. Like, anyway, I'm not even going to get started on that one. All in all, like you said, I don't want to, take too much of your thunder, brother. The Rockets game, it's kind of ironic, right? Like, they probably should have beat us still with everything, all things considered. But we give Jenkins a lot of shit about some of the stuff that he does. And praise Udoka for what he's done with their Rockets team. I got to tell you, bro, you down by one and you going to not give the ball to Jalen Green, which has been your better player this month at least, or January, and you settle for a 3-point shot. It's kind of surprising that a coach of his stature would agree to that. If he agreed to it, now if Fred just went out there and just said go to hell, that's another thing.
If y'all, that's my time. I got a chip, man, to show y'all. I get paid the most money on this team. I'm taking this last freaking shot. Yeah, that is a fact. Sometimes that goes into making a decision. He a $50 million guy. He a $20 million guy. So the $50 million guy got to take this shot. But we ain't gonna. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
We go. You are teasing what I want to touch on later in the show. I appreciate the alley oops that you're throwing right now.
Yes, sir.
But I'll say this, bro. Like, one of the biggest topics of conversation last week was Ja Morant's energy, his demeanor, his whatever you want to call it, that's going on with him right now as far as the way that he's looking on the bench. And I'll say this, man, like, a lot of people are speculating different things. Unless Ja ever comes out and tells you exactly what's on his mind, which I don't think that'll ever happen. I wish he would, honestly. I'm not saying to come out here and talk crazy about people, but just like articulate what you feeling. And you don't owe it to us, but it's hard for this, and this is not directed at Ja, but this is just a general statement. It's hard for people to get upset at people when you leave so much open for interpretation. Like when they interpret something wrong. Like you can't tell somebody, well, you don't know what's going on, and now you're wrong about that. And it's like, well, man, shit, you won't really get enough to even understand what you're thinking and what I ain't saying what we need to know everything you're going through, but like, you could talk, bro. Like you could just say, hey, this is what's going on or whatever. And I think, we kind of got word today on Sunday, or at least it's a rumor report, whatever you want to call it, that Ja can't really lift his shoulder up. Obviously, he's been out the last 2 games because of re-aggravating or having a sore shoulder, same shoulder he's injured, had surgery on, things like that as of recent. But that right there told me, like, it's things that I'm pretty sure Ja's frustrated with. I'm pretty sure he's frustrated with the minutes. I'm pretty sure he's frustrated with the offense not really protecting him and using him to the best of his ability. I'm pretty sure it's other things that's going on with him coming back off of the situation he had last year. He probably had high expectations coming in being all NBA. I know a lot of people had him as a top 5 MVP candidate coming into the season, and none of that's going his way at all. And so it probably is that. But I was listening to a podcast a few weeks ago, and I can't remember who it was, but the guy said sometimes, even though the truth is not as juicy as the conspiracy, sometimes the truth is just the truth, and the truth could be boring. And the fact of the matter is, when I hear that Ja might not be able to lift up his shoulder, bro, it's very well to understand why he was looking on that bench in that yellow hoodie and that ski mask on Thursday night. I totally get it, fam. If you ever had any type of major injury, you understand as an athlete, that shit is the most depressing shit in the world, bro. I tore my knee up my freshman year, like to the point where like it was completely broke, like it's broken. Full mobilizer in a cast, couldn't get out the bed, had to pee in a freaking what's the big spaghetti sauce? What is it called that you get for the low?
You talking about the sauce bottle that it come in, like the ragu would come in? Like,
yes, bro. Yeah. A ragu bottle, fam, because I couldn't get because the blood, when it would flow down my knee, literally it hurt that bad. Like, you talking about having to be bedridden for a week, or whatever. Like, I understand it. Like, the injury as an athlete, that shit sucks. So for him constantly trying to fight and battle, you had the stuff on social media. I get it, fam.
It's been a lot.
Get it, and everybody got a breaking point, bro. So all I can say is, to our superstar franchise player, superstar point guard, the guy that, it's a lot weighing on his shoulder with this franchise and the city. Like,
facts.
just get well, bro. Get well.
Yeah, mentally, physically,
you.
everywhere. Yep.
Like, you can't help what you're going through with the injury shit. You can't. And so I just say for your mental and to know that the city got your back, man, just get well, bro. Hopefully, me, you was talking when we got on, we'd love to see the man play against Shea, this Friday, Saturday, whenever it is.
Saturday, the 8th. Yeah, the 8th.
It'll be amazing, especially going into the All-Star break. But if he can't, we know we got bigger goals. And so I would just hope that, I know we're going to touch on it here in a little bit, if he's going to be fine for the playoffs, y'all going to get that man some help by Thursday before the trade deadline, because we going to need it. But that's really all I got on the weekend review, bro. Anything you want to touch on before we jump to the Luka shit? Nah,
bro, it's been a good week. Keep it going. We got a very still got a lot of competitive games coming up. Of course, we got the Spurs who got depleted, but we're going to talk about that. Raptors, and we got the Thunder, the Suns, the Clippers, the Pacers, Magic, Cavs, Suns, Knicks, Spurs. We got a lot of playoff games coming up, going into the All-Star break and post All-Star break. So again, we have one of the toughest schedules in the league remaining, just point blank. So no matter we make a move by this Thursday night, a lot of big games coming up, and we got to respond. Simple as that.
Shout out to King Biggs. He said GG with that block on him. Man,
that turned me up. That turned me up, man. I was like, yeah, GG. Yeah, GG.
He just had so many flashes, bro, that it's like, God, if we just gave this man consistent push, if we gave him the Zaire package, the Zaire minutes package, the Jake LaRavia minutes package, like
the David Roddy when he was here package.
Yeah, before he got his minutes. Like, if we gave Gigi that consistent, like, it's hard to say he's never played meaningful games or he's never played games with better players. And then when there's better players out there and it's meaningful games, you're not giving them nothing. Like, I don't like that, bro. I will say this: that Rockets game where Gigi got in.
Yeah, he
didn't made a mistake, and you sat him down. He didn't come back in at all, like 9 minutes. Let me go find a Jake LaRavia 9-minute game this year. I bet you I can't find one. And to me, that was kind of.
And it seemed like in that game he was forcing it because he knew he had a very short period of time. Like, I think he was like 0 for 6 or 0 for 5 that game because he just got him up because he knew he wasn't getting back in. But compared to tonight, he had in 17 minutes. He still, even though he didn't score, like he impacted the game. He had 5 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block.
Yep.
Like, I'm cool with him having those games, making those mistakes if he's still impacting winning basketball, which he does. Just him having him on the floor just creates good things. He even made a few good passes tonight where he just set guys like, man, I've been assisting the box store, but he made moves off the dribble to get guys open to do things. Like you said, give him the room to get his feet and legs back under him, playing competitive basketball, and he'll be fine. Like, GG 16. If he can give me 6 to 8 rebounds a night, I'm happy. And he has the opportunity to do that because he is that athletic. He is that tall. So you got it. You can't clip his wings, man. Like, you got to let him get back healthy, completely healthy, number one, and then give him the opportunity to make mistakes and play through those mistakes. Because just like he still hasn't clicked it with Edie yet, but Edie had 20 minutes tonight. He had 14 and 11. I still think his minutes should be up a little bit more, but you see he's slowly starting to let Edie just play through it. Slowly. Hopefully. Against the Rockets, even though Steven Adams was bullying the mess out of that man, he let Edie get his lumps. My phone fell. Edie got his lumps with Steven Adams. But he needs those type of things. Same thing with Gigi.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's not gonna be a Jalen Wells where they just come in super polished and they play like a 5-year vet.
Shit, Jalen even have his lapses sometimes.
Yeah, he does. Like, sometimes when you got the best player there or not, like, you're gonna get cooked. Like,
exactly. It's
gonna happen. Like, Jalen has got Jalen gets hits in the speaking of lump, Jalen gets hits in the face a lot. Like, almost every game he gets getting hit in the face so much. I feel like every time he just be getting hit in the jaw, in the mouth, and the hit, like, every game. So Jalen has got his lumps on the court and physically on his body. Literally, Jalen has got his lumps. But in all seriousness, like, those three, Taylor needs to. He's slow. I feel like he's getting in some games. He sees in some games he doesn't. But consistently, he needs to let those three really come into their own a little bit because they're all going to be valuable this year and for years to come. For sure.
Yeah, man. Give them that experience for sure.
Yeah.
But man, we're gonna jump into a break, real quick commercial break. We'll come back. We're gonna break down this Luka trade. We're gonna talk about this DeAron Fox trade. And where that kind of just leaves the Grizz in the midst of this. I mean, that's 2 trades in the last 24 hours that are in our division. And yes, I don't think neither one of those teams are done. Spurs, they might be done.
Maybe
because they kind of are like developing and building at the same time.
Yeah.
If I had to bet on the freaking Mavs, though, I think they still make a move. Matter of fact, I want to say I saw a report before I hopped on that they're trying to get Herb Jones out of New Orleans. So stay tuned on that. But we're gonna definitely break down those 2 trades and also what a Grizzlies line between that. And y'all hop in the comments, let us know how you feel on all of these. So we're gonna jump into that, and we'll be right back on the other end of the Global Podcast. Y'all stay tuned.
You got to figure out a way to play to the strengths of John Morant. He is good playing with the ball in his hands and playing in screen and roll action at some point. Now, can they figure out how to get more screen and roll action? Who's going to be that guy? Because I say, if it's going to be Zach Edey, then they got to do it more often so he gets accustomed to the angles of how to set screens in the NBA. With the speed of John Morant and how he likes to get to the basket, which way, because he got very comfortable with getting open because he got screen set by Jonas Valanciunas and Steven Adams. Mm-hmm. You're talking 2 of the best bigs in the game at getting a guard open by setting screens. John Morant's also going to have to do better in terms of what other ways can I be successful to help this team win? Jaren is elevated. Dez is elevated. The bench is elevated. So now he doesn't have to do it all. But you still have to be impactful when you're on the floor.
Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Time changes all these hard stances that Jimmy Butler has. I think he'll realize that a lot of these hard stances that he has are not beneficial to his ultimate goal, which is to win and also get paid in either next year or in a couple of years. And, of course, he's changed his mind on Memphis. But what people have to understand is that these reports aren't coming from Memphis. I don't think that Memphis's desire to get Jimmy Butler has increased any in the last few weeks. Now, I'm not saying that Jimmy Butler's not coming to Memphis and there won't be a Jimmy Butler trade. I'm not saying that at all. But these type of things, these are obviously coming from Jimmy's camp. They're trying to stir certain things up. And I said this when people were tripping about, setting his jersey on fire and, talking bad about Jimmy Butler and all these type of things. I was like, just let it play out, bro. Like that makes sense now. But, as this thing tightens up, I'm sure he'll realize, damn, Memphis is good. And if I want an opportunity to do anything, I probably need to go somewhere and play and show myself, and prove to somebody. So I'm not really tripping about that at all.
Tune in to The Anthony Sane Show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
What's going on? Welcome back to the No Bluffin Podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything Grizzlies. I am Chris Sigmund. To my right is my right hand man, Evan Hayes, man, and we're gonna chop it up, even about this Luka Doncic trade. He and Anthony Davis swap teams. I know it was a lot of other little intricacies to the trade and things of that nature, but that's what really people want to talk about. That's what people really want to discuss, and that's what got people going. At about, man, what was it, 11 o'clock?
It was 11:30. It was 11:20. Bro, man. I was writing a paper for class. I was on the phone with my girl, and it came across my iPad, and I said, what the? And she was like, what happened? Did somebody die? Nah. Anthony Davis just got traded to the freaking for Luka Doncic. And NBA Twitter just went ablaze for like 2 hours because nobody saw it coming.
2 hours, you a damn lie. That shit was probably 5 hours. Because I know
the way on the West
I didn't get to bed to about 2:30, fam. So
you was
and I
just
know
looking.
that shit was still going. It was spaces still going. It was all kind of stuff going on last night, man. I was sitting there with my wife, got the kids to bed. We sitting there watching season 2 of The Night Agent. It started to get good and shit. I'm like, oh man, it's good. I mean, they popping off, and then next thing I know, I see this photoshopped ass, fake ass sham tweet on my phone. I'm like, bro, Shams, you can go to hell, bro. Luka does not need to get traded, bro.
You tweaking, bro. You're lying, bro.
And I put it. I told I said, I'm sorry. And she into basketball, so she really wasn't tripping. But
yeah,
we put it on ESPN. I'm like, all right, they ain't saying nothing. It was a game. It was a college game on ESPN. ESPN2 had sports on it, but they wasn't saying nothing. So I'm still scrolling. I'm like, I'm waiting for Sham, whatever his name is, say something else. He wouldn't say nothing else. And then next thing I know, before they went to commercial break, homegirl on ESPN said, and breaking news, we got Luka Doncic traded to the Lakers. We'll be right back on the other side of the break. I said, oh, it's real. Never mind. This before Shams dropped the other tweet that said 1,000% real.
Yeah.
That's when I heard that. And I tweeted out on my phone. I said, no, they just said it on live TV, y'all. It's real.
Yeah.
I know y'all jumped on live last night. I couldn't because once that popped off, I'm on the phone with my pops and my uncle, and I wanted to get back on and watch the show, but it was just too much going on. But I did watch y'all live last night, bro. Like what the hell? Like what is?
That's what the reaction is, man.
So again, I know y'all. I know you went with Kenny and Drew Gann last night.
Yeah.
Without having to like revisit all your thoughts, bro, like just what do you think this came from? And before I kind of go into my little spiel, do you have a winner of the trade? Do you think somebody? Do you think it's kind of even? Like, what's your thoughts on the reason why it happened and the aftermath of what's finna happen from here?
Well, I'm just hit the hot points that I was talking about last night. Number one, the trade doesn't make sense for either team. Like when you look at it on the surface, it doesn't make sense for either team. Because with LA, if you're going to talk about from a basketball decision, you're getting a guy in Luka that does the same thing as LeBron James, and you're killing your center position, which you've already said you needed more depth in the center position, so you trade
already bad.
Man. So that doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, on the Maverick side, you're depending on a past his prime Anthony Davis. Even though Kyrie Irving he's not okay. My opinion, Anthony Davis 2020 was his peak. 2020 Anthony Davis was his peak. He's still very good, but that's just my opinion. He's great. I just think Bubba Anthony Davis was the best version of Anthony Davis. I feel like he's a little bit, just like a tad bit worse. Like if he was a 10 right there, he's like a 9.5 right now. So he's still in his prime. I just think he's not
about
peak.
To say, hold on, bro.
He's not his peak.
Okay.
He's not his peak. I have to clarify. He's not his
Clean
peak.
up on our 12. I got you.
Yeah. So, okay, you had to throw me out. Anyway, give me get back. So you're depending on two number twos that have proven that when they're number one, they aren't the best at being number ones. They produce winning basketball. You're depending on like Kyrie Irving, who's still a great basketball player, who's I think 30 right now, and a 31-year-old Anthony Davis to combine, and they either have to one of them have to be a number one, or they have to both be really good complementary pieces of each other to win now when you're already in the bottom of the Western Conference, or bottom of the playoff of the Western Conference, and you're trading the guy that led you to the finals the previous season. And you so-called improve your roster after getting Klay Thompson and all that, but you haven't had the best regular season. But you still trade the guy that averaged 29 points in the finals that led you to the finals. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make sense. But then I really think about it. It makes sense for the Lakers 5 years down the line, because that just opened the championship window for the next 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. This isn't a right now move for the Lakers. They're thinking post LeBron. This is the first time LeBron James' career where his franchise isn't on his timeline, which is a crazy thing to think about. And I thought, I was like, yeah, like it's not on his time. This is LeBron has 1 to 2 more years left. Well, he can play till he's freaking 45, but he said that he has 1 or 2 more years left. So now the Lakers extend the championship, and now they can build around LeBron. I mean, bring around Luka, not LeBron. Exactly, King Meeks. Now with the Mavs, even though I don't think it's the best move, they think Kyrie, Luka, Klay Thompson, Quentin Grimes, Daniel Gafford, and Derek Lively, that core, and Jaden Hardy can make a push because, like their GM said, they were lacking in the defensive department, and Anthony Davis is perennially an all NBA defensive type player. Right. So logistically, when you really think about it, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
it kind of makes sense for both sides. Do I feel like it will work and they're going to be just perennial contending? I still think they need to make another move, and I think they will. Because I'm just not confident. Even though I love Kyrie's one of my favorite players, but I'm not confident in him being like playing winning basketball is the number one. Because every time we see him do that, it hasn't produced to winning basketball, like contending playoff basketball. So I'm just saying Boston, when he was number one in Boston, like they made the playoffs, but they weren't close to a championship. They weren't. And before he got with LeBron, obviously he was young, so that don't really count because he was young and he was like 19 and 20 years old when he was for LeBron. And when AD was in New Orleans, they made like the first round once or twice, and then it got bounced. So, but when it comes to like my actual thoughts on the trade, I was just like everyone surprised, like everybody else, and I really think that being that no one formally introduced the trade, it was something going on behind the scenes that we would probably hear in the next months to weeks or weeks to months that something was going on with Luka in the front office. Because Luka's not going to formally ask for a trade when he has $350 million extension waiting for him. He's not going to do that. And just the excuse that y'all were upset with his conditioning, that's not good enough for me to think you're going to trade your all-NBA perennial player that just led you to the finals because he's out of shape.
Yeah.
That doesn't – something is going on that the reports are saying that was between Luka, either Jason Kidd, the front office, something that led to this happening. Because think about Maverick, they called LA. LA didn't pick up the phone. Dallas called LA, and they wanted AD. So it had to be something that goes on that they wanted AD, and they didn't want to pay Luka that $350 million extension for this to happen in the wee nights of the wee hours of the night.
Right.
So I think there's a lot that we still haven't uncovered. Like I said, I don't think Dallas, like you said, I don't think Dallas is done.
They shouldn't be.
But I don't see neither of these teams like just making a big jump in the standings. But I do think both of those teams, in relation to the Grizzlies, both of those teams are tough outs now. Like, do I think we're a better team on paper than both of them? But they are, with the Lakers, I don't want to see Luka and LeBron in the playoff series. And I'm depending on Jalen Wells, Gigi Jackson, Vince Williams, and if Marcus Smart's on his roster, Marcus Smart to be my wing defenders guarding Luka Doncic and LeBron James. I don't care who else you got. Those two in general against our wings, I'm not taking that battle. I'm not.
I don't want to find out what hell feel like, but that sounds like hell to me.
And as you said, so Jalen Wells is 21, Gigi Jackson is 19, Vince Williams is 23, 22. Marcus Smart, he started, but we don't know if he's going to win. If he's on this team, he's the oldest. I'm not trusting those four guys to be my wing rotation guarding Luka Doncic and LeBron James.
Good grief, Charlie Brown.
On the Dallas side, again, another tough factor. Because now you got Kyrie, and Kyrie has known he can play your turn, my turn. But now you just got fully unleashed Kyrie now, which is still dangerous in a playoff series. And now you have Anthony Davis, and we still have Anthony Davis, who has been infamous for giving the Grizzlies issues. And now they still like the fact that all the Lakers had to give up was Anthony Davis and a first round pick. Like they didn't ask for Klay Thompson. They didn't ask for like none of that. They still kept Klay Thompson, Quentin Grimes, Jaden Hardy, Daniel Gafford. Like AD's playing back in his natural position, the 4 position, which he said he wanted to play the 4.
Yeah. Now you give him 2 centers. Yeah.
Now you give him 2 centers that if one gets high, one getting foul trouble. Hey, here you go. They're both athletic. They can both play defense. What AD loves being a help side defender. He hates playing on ball with the primary big man. Now he doesn't have to do that. Now he can play weak side and just swat everything at the rim and play help. So anything that comes towards the rim, now you got 2 7-footers. They can both block shots coming at the rim. Well, yeah, with Derek Lively. In the game.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again,
you sure you're not worried about them?
Like I said, when I think about it, like that's that's a tough. No, when I said I'm not worried about them jumping up the standings, but I'm saying I'm saying when it comes to us playing them in the playoff, they are both very, very tough outs. Very extremely tough outs, no matter what. Because right now, the Lakers are the 5th seed. We're the 2 seed. And it's like a game and a half between everybody. It can very easily be a 3-6 matchup, us playing the Lakers in the first round. And it could very much be a 2-7 matchup, us playing the Mavericks in the first round. Because the Mavericks are the 8th seed right now. So home court advantage be damned. I don't want to play neither of those teams in the first round, presently constructed. And my last point, because I'm gonna get off my soapbox.
Yeah, you gotta tag me in here because you really hitting too many points, and I don't want to forget to respond to what you said. So go ahead.
I'm in my last point because now I'm changing my tune on the whole Grizzlies trading and yada 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 thing.
In
Chris,
real time.
I'm conceding. Talk. You can say you beat me. You want whatever you want to call it. I am now on the train that we need. Ain't no presently constructed bull job no more. I'm off that train, y'all. Everybody in the comments tell me I was wrong. Y'all can get on me. I'm off the we're okay if we're healthy. I'm off that. We need to make a trade in the next, what's today, February 2nd? In the next 4 days. We got to Thursday. Zach Kleiman. 5 days or 4 days or 4 days?
I mean, we basically at 12 midnight now, so shit. One, two, basically three and a half days, I guess.
Yeah, because it's like 5 o'clock on Thursday or something, or 6 o'clock on Thursday.
3 p.m.
It's 3 p.m. on Thursday.
Yeah.
So Zachary Kleiman, I know you probably don't watch this podcast, but hey, if you do, someone in the front office, we need to make a trade for a wing or wings plural that can amend the weaknesses that we have on this team. Because I don't want to play Luka and LeBron in the first round with these wings. I really freaking don't. And if we play the Mavericks, we just got to do something to make it better because I don't want to have Edie having to handle freaking AD, Daniel Gafford, and Derek Lively. Edie, I love Edie. But that's a lot for one rookie to handle. It's a lot. And Brandon Clark, I love you. You 6'10". You not getting up with them 7-footers. Santi, you not even a real 7-footer. So yeah, those are my quick thoughts. I know I talked a little bit too long, but I had to get
ball. Please pass me the ball. Pass me the ball.
You got it. Tag in. You got it.
I'm over here literally. I'm like, did I take an energy drink? I'm over here jittery as hell. Listen here, man. A lot of people, they immediately when the trade went through, the Mavs are stupid. What is Nico Harrison? What is he doing? He's want to get fired. What they say? What's dude's name, bro? That passed, the old commissioner. Good God.
David Stern would have vetoed it.
They said David Stern turning over in his grave. I see memes of him walking up out the grave to walk to the damn office to veto the trade. I just say this, bro, and I'm standing on this. Y'all can say what y'all want about Nico Harrison. You can say what you want about the Mavs. You can say what you want about the NBA, the Lakers, LeBron, all that. I'm sorry, bro. This is not a dumb trade to me. Like, it's just not. Like, I've been saying this probably, and you can vouch for this, bro. Like, to me, Luka is one of those superstars that I would be not surprised if he never won a championship in his entire career. And the reason being is that, like, stuff outside of stat sheets, and I talk to my dad about this. I talk to different people about this all the time. Stats have invoked this certain fan base into the NBA that allows people to talk basketball that really don't understand and how to explain basketball. I can look at a stat sheet and say, okay, well, when this happens, this happens. And to a certain extent, yeah, but like, can you explain why that happened? Like,
it's correlation, not causation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, damn the numbers, bro. Can you explain why it happened? I get like you said, the correlation of it, but what caused it? And I say all that to say, like, yeah, Luka is great on paper, bro. But the same way that you just said that he just led a team to the finals last year, he also led a team out the effing play-in the year before that. Like, we can't just give you the praise when it's good and not give you the fault when the shit don't go well. They were so bad to a point where they had an opportunity to win a game to get just into the play-in. You could have won the play-in and at least faced it and lost. That man walked out there the first quarter. He went out there and played the first quarter, fam, and sat down for the rest of the game. Like you talk about, and this is what I be saying, like with the Grizz fan base on Twitter, X social media, and whoever that's out there saying little stuff that's out there. Like y'all get so upset with the Grizzly fan base, bro. But if y'all seen the shit that other fan base say about they star players or about their players, y'all would really calm that shit down. Y'all really would. Y'all would stop being so emotional about that. First of all, these players don't know y'all. They probably will never interact with you outside of a sanctioned event. Like, stop the weird shit. Let me just say that. Let me get that off my chest, number one, because I'm tired of y'all. Like, leave me alone when it comes to that. Like, I get these jokes off. I will, I keep it respectful. I just say that, but don't come at me on that emotional stuff. Like I'm sorry. Let's just talk basketball and let's leave it right there. But I was saying, you imagine Ja Morant going to, whether it's team sanctioned or not, goes into a game for a first quarter and a must-win game. Like, we have to win this game to go into the play-in. And he goes to the bench and don't come back in. Do you come on, bro? Like, I don't even think you could talk Ja into doing some shit like that, number one. So, like, again, I just want to keep the same energy. If we're going to give Luka all this praise and all that, he got to take the blame when shit don't go well, too. Luka has traditionally, shout out to, I think I just saw somebody say something about it, Scott Jinks. He said Luka wasn't in great shape last year. Luka, man, Scott, go back to Luka his rookie year. That's the best shape Luka done been in his entire career. He's consistently
bubble Luka. When he was in the bubble hooping,
yeah,
cooking. Like, he was
like, we talk about Jaren's bulked up every year, putting on muscle.
He was ripped. Yeah,
Luka has bulked up, but he's going to McDonald's and shit every year. Like, he need to stop eating, bro. Like, your stomach is getting flabbier, your arms are getting like, you look slouchy as hell. You out there wearing t-shirts. Like, I see somebody said, well, he might go to Miami. He's not going to Miami because he wears t-shirts under his jerseys. So what you think he's gonna do when he goes to the pool? Like, he's gonna look god awful. Like, stop, bro. Like, Luka's not going there. He's not going to a beach. Like, he finna look a mess in LA, but at least it's windy out there year round, so he could probably get away with a t-shirt. But anyway, like, bro, reasons why it makes sense that they did this. Luka literally, if you can't trust him when it comes to his commitment to basketball, why would you say that, Chris? He's a top 5 player. He's this. He's got all these accolades. Bro, if you can't come to camp and into the season in shape, to me, that tells me you're not committed as you should be to basketball or to any sport. It's the same thing with Kenny Lofton. We was big Kenny Lofton fans in Memphis because of his talent. But I'm sorry, Kenny. Like, I can only support you so far when you come into camp 300 pounds and like, stop. Like, at a certain point, like, we can't excuse the simple stuff that people can change. It's certain stuff you can't change about yourself. You can get yourself in shape, Luka, and come in there to where you're not having weird injuries, stuff that you can control. That's number one. Number two, it's been rumblings the same way as Trae Young. Again, let's keep the same energy. That Luka is a lot to deal with when it comes to being a teammate of his. You want to look at how many teammates he's ran off, how many iterations of that team he's had since he's been there. He's only been there 7 years. Like, Jaren has had pretty much the same core. They added Ja the next year, and the next year they added Dez, but them guys have been here. BC's been here, outside of some extra role players, but the main guys have been here. Trae has shuffled out main guys in his stretch. They're the same person in a sense. So, like, if he's hard to work with, not a pleasure to work with and play with, that's probably part of it. Also, we got to look at the fact that they've had literally 3 major changes since Luka has been drafted. They've had coaching changes. They've had GM changes. They've had ownership changes. So the people that drafted him, they're not there no more. They don't have the same commitment to him. Yes, it's Luka on paper. Yes, it's Luka, this entity. But they're not, what's the word?
Not married to it.
They're not married and entitled to be,
excuse me,
committed to him like that. If they have concerns, And so, yeah, like if it's come down to us paying you a super max for the next 5 years, I might have some concerns with you. Especially when you've been out for the last 2 months or so, and Kyrie has been leading this team to playing good basketball. And I was saying it in a space earlier today, like, we can talk all this, we can let the media, change our mind about how players are because of certain narratives. But at the end of the day, like, shout out to, I want to say, was it JJ Redick? No. It was Max Kellerman. This is a real analogy, bro. If the Monstars came down to earth right now and you had to pick 5 of the best basketball players on earth, I'm sorry, Kyrie is going to probably be in my 5. When we just talking about most talented basketball player. Yeah, he may not be top 5 on your list in NBA and all that because of certain narratives, but when it comes to I need to get basketball played in the most efficient, high-level way, I might have to consider Kyrie Irving in that. And so losing Luka, to me, to bring in a guy that's going to help them like skyrocket, and you still got the opportunity to make moves, like, it's not a problem to me. I think they got better, bro. I really do. Like, I'm sorry. I think they do. And it also helps the Lakers because, like you said, if LeBron want to leave in the next year or two, you got Luka right there to build around, bro. If he wants to go back to Cleveland and finish off this storybook ending, he can do that. If he want to join the Grizzlies, he can do that. Like, you got Luka there to solidify, like you said, for the next 10 to 15 years. Maybe. Shit, Robert Lincoln and them might get tired of Luka too. Who's to say that they may not trade his ass for a bag of chips in the next 3 years because they tired of him? Like, that's just the way that works, bro. Like, the new girl, the new fine girl that everybody thinks, well, she's freshly single. She's single for a reason, fam. Somebody got tired of her or him, if you want to flip it to the guys. Like, so it's just a lot, bro. It's definitely a lot. It's a layered conversation. And I had a lot of people, they talk about, like, and I want to get your opinion on this too, where they was talking about what it's done for the GM to not like make Luka available to the whole market. Like see what offers you can get, right? To me, I don't really care about that. If you have the player that you want in mind, go get that player. But then what's the alternative? Because I'm trying to think, like, what other player would y'all think y'all gonna get with Luka? So I want to ask you that. Like, what does that look like for you?
That's what I want to, and we see that differently. My thing is, if the reports are true, that this is the only thing that didn't make sense of the trade when I finally really thought about it today. Mm-hmm. If the reports are true that they don't like his fitness, right? If that's the true reason.
It's definitely more than that, but I got you.
Yeah, like, if that's what's reported, why out of all people you get the guy that is notorious for not being healthy and not being available all the time in Anthony Davis? Like, if Luka's available, we was talking about that last night. There's only a very short list of players that isn't picking up, that you're not picking up the phone for. Like, I said this last night. He could have called Zach Kleiman for Ja Morant, and Zach Kleiman probably would have said, you want Ja Morant for Luka?
F off.
Like,
F off.
But it's Luka. Like, not a lot of teams are saying no to Luka. So I'm saying, why Anthony Davis? Like, I get Anthony if it feels a need, but if fitness the issue, why get Anthony Davis? That's what didn't make sense. That's what I'm finna get. That's what I'm finna get into. The only people that they'll say no to, Wemby. If he calls the Spurs for Wemby, they're not trading Wemby. If they called Nikola Jokic for the Denver, not trading Nikola Jokic. And I said Giannis. If they call Milwaukee for Giannis, you're not probably getting Giannis.
The funny part about it, I think they came out early today. That's the second team that actually they did call about. And Giannis. I
didn't hear that. I actually didn't hear that. If that's, well, I guess I'm right then. Those are only teams I see that will probably just say no straight up if they call for the star. So when I think about when you say alternatives, I try to think, like, who else could fulfill the need for a star level big man outside of those three?
Star level player. Don't even, because you cap yourself a big man. Star level player that you could bring back from a Luka trade. Who you think is saying yes to that? I feel like
Boston will entertain it. For maybe Jaylen Brown, but I probably wouldn't do that because not Jason, but Jaylen Brown, because there's been questions for Jason Tatum's like 1A ability So maybe you bring Luka, but then you just beat Luka. So I bring the guy that you just beat him. So that's one.
Yeah. And then you give them the dude with more defense.
Yeah, that's one person that came to mind. Yeah, that's one person that came to mind. And then what's the other name? What's another thing? Like maybe Bam. I thought Bam would be a great thing for Wayne, but then you probably have to get a bigger haul back. You have to get so much haul back.
Value.
Yeah, it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not equal value. Because Bam can probably fit that like big man need, but like you said, you have to probably throw in Tyler Hero, somebody like that in your Khalil Ware, like somebody to keep it going. So I was trying to think. It was another name on top of my tongue, and I couldn't freaking think of it. Like, dang it! It was. Oh my gosh, who was I thinking about that like could fit? It was in the West because I'm trying to think within the conference. Like who else within the conference? But not Memphis. Now you're not calling for Shea because they're playing so great right now.
That would never happen. Yeah.
You're not calling for Shea. You're not calling for like. Okay, that's another thing to go. Like for the Rockets, you could probably got a man Thompson Sengun. Like you could have got a lot of like great young pieces for Luka probably.
I doubt they in the same division. I doubt that, bro.
It's
possible.
It's possible. That's what I'm saying. That's the team that came to my mind. Yeah. You could have got a man Thompson, Shagun, and like Jalen Green, probably for Luka.
But see, this is my thing, and this is why I'm glad you're giving me that. Why would you trade Luka? Which is again, I'm gonna go back to I miss Max Kellerman, bro. Max Kellerman was one of the better people on TV. And
yeah, he was smart. He was a smart man. He was a smart man.
His analogy about trading $1 for a quarter or 2 quarters or $2 half dollars, right? Luka is $1. Like we know that. He's a full dollar. When you start talking about bringing back Jalen Green, Sengun, and our men, like that's cool. They number 2 in the West right now. I get it. Or number 3 now as of tonight. But like, ain't neither one of them dudes $1. Neither one. Like they're probably at best, Sengun right now is a $half dollar. And I love our man's talent, his trajectory. He's probably going to be the best player on that team eventually.
Yeah.
But like the value you're getting back, especially if your goal is to win now, it's nobody out there that's going to say yes to that. Like you said, they may say Jaylen Brown, right? But that don't help the Celtics if they lose their best on-ball defender outside of Drew. Let me throw somebody.
I was trying to say
Tatum. Don't happen either.
That's definitely not happening.
Call New York. Who are you getting for
I was thinking about Cat. I was going to say Cat, but the defense, like you want some defense, and Cat is not a defender like that. Like, no, that's what they said. That's what we said. Like, go call Cleveland and get Evan Mobley. You think they not trying to get Evan Mobley?
No,
Jared Allen?
He's not $1, bro. No,
Evan. I'm saying to fit. He's not $1. There's a very short list of people in the league that's a full $1. Like, let's keep it a stack. Like, there's a very.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When people are complaining that the haul that they got back for Luka, that's what don't make sense to me.
Okay.
Luka it's hard to get equal value for Luka. Yeah, look at AD, right? Thank you, because you drive me back to some of the points you was bringing up that I was trying to let you get your shit off, I was forgetting it. When you talked about Anthony Davis when he was back in New Orleans, right?
Mobley's a nickel. That's disrespectful. That is disrespectful. Evan Mobley is not a freaking nickel. You funny as hell for that, but that's crazy.
I'm with you, Goon.
Oh yeah, what's up, Goon? You was in the junk last night, bro. What's up with it, fam? You was active last night. What's up, bro?
What was I about? Oh, going back to when he was when AD was in New Orleans. Bro, look at the team he had. Like you said, I get what you're saying. Like what you're saying is not wrong. It's a fact, but it's context to facts. And the context of that is AD was not leading that team. He didn't have if AD was a true number 1, right? Who was his number 2?
They had Boogie. Boogie got hurt, but he had Boogie. He had Rondo for a year. Boogie got hurt the year. I know what year was that when he
wasn't there long, bro. He wasn't there long at all.
Because he got traded in the middle of the season. He got traded the All-Star break, remember? And he had Boogie, he had Rondo. Who else? He had Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday was a dog at that point. Who else was on that team?
Nobody was a true number 2.
I'm trying.
I guess
really
you could say
remember.
Boogie, maybe, but he, like you said,
you can say Boogie because they couldn't get healthy because they ran into the Warriors before the Warriors became the Warriors, And I don't remember Boogie being in that series. So I'm trying to think the year after that when they got Boogie. Who was on that team?
Man, nobody.
Hold up. While you're talking,
I'm gonna keep talking. Look it up. He ain't had nobody. Kyrie, he was trying to lead a young Boston team, bro. Like that's Tatum 1 year in type. You know what I'm saying?
They had a squad though. Don't get it cool. They had a squad. They had that Smart. They had Horford. They had a squad. They had young
Kyrie, a young Jalen, a young Jason Tatum,
Smart,
a young Smart.
He wasn't young, but yeah, he was there for a little minute. Gordon Hayward, Al Horford.
Gordon Hayward got hurt. He wasn't. Yeah. Hayward, what was the first game of the season? Gordon Hayward tore his leg. Like he didn't have no help. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't say that Kyrie.
No help is crazy. He had help. Like they were top in the East. They were like a top 3 seed in the East.
I'm a Grizzlies fan. You can't tell me about no top in the East and top in the West shit. That shit don't matter in the playoffs. It don't matter in the playoffs. No young team. Who was his number 2?
I guess a young Tatum. I guess at that point.
Okay.
I found that roster. You know, I found a roster with they had Omer Asik, Anthony Brown, Amir Caspi, Quinn Cook, DeMarcus Cousins, Jordan Crawford, Dante Cunningham, Anthony Davis, Check Diallo, Tyreek Evans. I did not know he was on that team. Tim Frazier, Langston Galloway, Archie Goodwin, Buddy Hield. He was a young at that point. Solomon Hill, Drew Holiday, Jared Jack, Terrence Jones, Etwan Moore, Domantas Montejones. Oh, don't know who that is. Well, I heard that name. Wayne Selden, Grizzlies legend. Lance Stevenson. Didn't know he was on that team either. Hollis Thompson, Alex Topane, and Reggie Williams.
I'm finna go to the bathroom, bro. Like come on, bro. Come on. Dog.
That was that 2016 team. 2016, 2017.
I can't get what the they can't lead when you ain't even giving me shit to lead. Like, come on, bro. And I get it. They were that Celtics team was talented. You're not winning. You're not winning with that. Not that early. Now you put Kyrie in there when Scary Terry was there, or Kimba.
He was on that. He was on the team with Scary Terry.
My bad, Kimba. When Kimba got there, they was like 2-3 years in at that point together.
Yeah.
Now maybe we talking about something. He was already gone though. Like that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, but like
I'm really trying to look on them rosters. Jalen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Al for RJ Hunter, Greg. Man, Marcus Morris, Terry Rozier, Daniel Thies. They had a.
I don't care about role players, bro. Give me the 2. You said they are number 2 guys trying to lead a team. I need to know who was they number 2.
Jalen Brown was year 2 and Jason Tatum was year 1 in. So they finished 49 and 33. Let me look at the next year. Because what year did he go to Brooklyn?
Year, right? Maybe 2.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
Was he on the 2019 roster?
Because I remember he's like, I'll be here if y'all have me. Next thing you know, shit, I want to say 2019, he was with the Nets.
Yeah, he went on 2018 was the last year he was there. Yep. So on this roster, because like you said, Kimba was on the team next year because they made the trade for Kimba. Well, somehow they got Kimba to replace.
They swapped Terry. They put Terry out there to Charlotte.
That's what happened.
Yep. Yeah, bro. I just think that to get back on track, I think when you put them dudes, you got him. He's a champion. Clay's a champion. AD's a champion. I don't care what nobody said about the bubble. That's a ring. That's a ring. I don't care.
That's a fact.
You putting dogs next to them. If they don't make any move, they have Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington in that starting lineup.
I forgot about him. Damn, I forgot about PJ
Washington. Bro. They dogs. You got Najee Marshall coming off the bench ready literally to knock somebody in the top of the head. Dog.
Crazy. Yeah.
Derek Lively, who is from the last couple months, just from showing how he's expanding his game, is looking AD-ish. You just need to put time into it. You got him coming off the bench. You got Jaden Hardy, instant microwave scorer,
bucket,
and then you just got Quinn Grimes. We know what he can do, shooting and being a bucket. If they don't make no other moves, man, like they have moved themselves, in my opinion, definitely to the top 2 or 3 best teams in the West, as is, and they still have the assets and the players to make another move. Like I told you about, saw they trying to bring in maybe Herb Jones. if it ain't him, they can still bring in another player to shore their roster up. Bro, that bye, Luka. Bye. Like, and we got a first round pick. Bye. It's just like I said, it's hard to like I get on paper, you know, it's Luka, but when you get emotions out of it, of it being the name of Luka, we just broke it down, bro. It's hard to get back value of a player of that caliber. And when you look at Anthony Davis, they traded a young Lonzo, a young Josh Hart, a young BI,
Julius Randle.
Julius. He would.
Yeah, it was Julius. It was everybody.
He was already gone.
He went to New Orleans for that. He played New Orleans because of that trade. Everybody was gone.
He was gone before that, but maybe he did.
Yeah,
I didn't know he played. So he played with Lonzo on them in New Orleans.
Yes, he played. Yes, because remember he played in New Orleans. He was number because it was Zion. It was not Zion. It was Lonzo, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, and Julius Randle. Like they all got shipped to New Orleans. He
didn't get to play with AD before he. I think he played with AD before he left, bro.
On the lake? No, he didn't. Okay, keep talking.
No, on the Pelicans. Check it. I think he got traded before Lonzo got out there. Because I don't think Julius ever played with Bron in LA. I don't think he did. But Wait, just keep talking. I'm gonna look at that. Long story short, you traded 3 young guys that had proven nothing at that time for AD. That wasn't equal value. I mean, it was cool. We got a couple picks, but like that's not equal value. So it's hard for me.
He was right. He did play with AD. He played with New Orleans for 1 year. He was already on the roster. You're right.
I thought he did.
He was on the roster for the 2018-2019 season. Then he got shipped to New York in some way, shape, or fashion. And he's been
around.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get equal value for a star. So if you can get back another $1, who's to say that Luka knee ain't cooked, bro? It could be so. I mean, it's so. I heard on the space earlier. Shout out to Miss McCrimmon on Twitter. She said, and this is so true, bro. Sometimes, like we live in hot take culture, first take culture, and all that. But like sometimes you just gotta let shit play out. You just do, and you know, I hope that Luka is healthy and gets to go out in LA and thrive. But if it don't, we'll come back literally to the table and double down and say that, man, the Mavs really won that trade for real. Well, everybody will say it. Right now, I'm saying that no matter what, just based on what I see, I think they're going to be a better team. But what do you think, like those implications? Well, before we do that, let's talk about the DeAron Fox trade real quick.
Yeah, I already got to.
Yeah, go ahead and run that down, bro. What that look like?
So 4 hours ago, Shams broke a 3-team trade that involves the Spurs, the Kings, and the Bulls. The Spurs received DeAron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. The Kings received Zach LaVine, Sidi Sakasso, 3 first-round picks. 2 and 3 second-round picks. And the Bulls got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, shout out Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own 2025 pick via San Antonio. So big 3-team trade. You team Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan back up. And then you get De'Aaron Fox and Wemby being the new duo in San Antonio while keeping Chris Paul on the roster, which is kind of crazy to me. I really thought if anyone was going to be in this package, it'd be Chris Paul. But the fact they kept Stephon Castle and Chris Paul, so that's interesting. That is very interesting to me. So, what is your thoughts on when you saw the news? What was your thoughts on this one? How does it relate back to the Grizz? Obviously, San Antonio's in our division. So, how do you feel about it?
I mean, that's been in the talks for a while. Or, you know, I ain't gonna say they've been talking, but it's been just rumors of that's the team he wanted to go to. And it just made sense. Like I couldn't really, you know, see too many other teams where he would go. I mean, maybe you could look at him going to the Lakers or something like that. But it makes sense from all accounts. If he ain't trying to go no big market, he'll leave California and basically get half his paycheck back by going to Texas. So shout out to him. But as far as on the court, bro, like De'Aaron Fox is in a sense a super Ja. Like he's very quick, very fast. He's bigger than Ja. He's a better shot than Ja. But he's not more exciting than Ja, if that makes sense.
On paper, he should be better than Ja Morant. It's just something about that it factor he doesn't have that Ja does. Which makes Ja Morant better. When you look at tangibles, De'Aaron Fox checks almost every box better than Ja Morant. But Ja Morant is him, and DeAron Fox is not. So
it's the jump shot, bro. The jump shot in the defense, but Josh picking up the defense this year. If he can get a jump shot, it's like not even a conversation.
Yeah,
at all. But just the implications on the court, bro. Like Fox and Wemby, that's gonna be a nasty pairing. You gotta, obviously round out their roster with the right, role players and things like that. But that's a legit 1-2 punch. A legit 1-2 punch for at least the next 5 years, I think. I would believe. Obviously, it's some contract. All this stuff is around contracts, bro. The Kings were iffy about paying him a supermax. He didn't know if he was going to extend there because he didn't know if they was going to, if they were going to get the pieces around him that he needed to, or he felt like he needed to win. Which a lot is on him. You just got the coach fired, and then you still kind of ask for a trade. That's kind of weird to me. But you're going to play for Pop for however long he's going to still be coaching. Wemby, literally, when you talk about generational talent, I don't even know if that's the word. We've never seen nothing like him. We probably will never see nothing else like him. He's a 7'4" guard. I don't care what nobody say. He's not a center, bro. That dude is a guard. Period.
He's not from this planet. He's not from this planet for a reason.
At all. So you feel that roster out a little bit more. You get some of those other young guys off the talent. I know they got Young Jones, Trey Jones off the team. You still got some other little young guys that you could probably move around for some veteran pieces.
You got Vazel, you got Keldon Johnson. They're not trading Stephen Castle, but you still got some things that you can still. Stephen Castle's too damn good. You should not trade him. But
what's the dude's name with the weird color hair? French guy, I think his name.
His name is Buchanan. No, God dang it. What's that guy's name? He be
on my nerves the way he shoot free throws. He shoot like granny shots.
Bro, why's my phone? Yeah,
Sohan. Appreciate you, Jeremy Sohan.
Jeremy Sohan,
I don't know his value, but you got some pieces that you can move around. You still got a bunch of picks. I like the trade, bro. I like the trade. I still think they're gonna once they fill the roster out, I'll be a little bit more, worried about them. Yeah. As of right now, it's just look to the future. They can be real scary real soon. Yeah. And when you talk about the implications with the Grizzlies, bro, like both of those moves, and we don't know like we just talked about, we got 3.5 days to the deadline. I've said this before these moves happen, and I don't think the Spurs not a win now move. The Mavs move is, bro, you got to shore up your top 8 on this team as soon as possible.
Facts. Because other teams are doing it.
Yeah, like they upping the talent, and they upping the talent to the point to where guys, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, bro. At the deadline, deals are going to happen where certain people are going to be either included in deals they shouldn't have just to get bought out, or guys that just couldn't make a deal happen, they're going to be asked to bought out because I'm on a losing team and it don't matter if I play or not anyway. I.e., Lonzo Ball. Hope you come to Memphis. Hope you the Memphis Twin that your brother was talking about on the deal, on the song. But it's going to be guys looking to join winning teams that get bought out after the trade deadline. And, good God, bro. Like, people are going to be shoring up their roster. You have to figure out a way to get your roster in a better shape than what it is right now. Because I said it last week. I probably said it before that, and I'm going to stand on it. You're about to be paying a collective unit of 3 guys close to $1 billion. You have 5 guys that you're paying for the next 3 years for less than $10 million combined. Now is the time to shore this roster up, because at some point real soon, you won't be able to make these moves, and you might put yourself in a position where you're having to decide, oh, shit, am I finna pay this dude a supermax, or am I finna have to move some things around? Yeah. Why do that when you can literally just shore the team up right now? So I don't want to hear about saving picks. I don't want to hear about, certain guys developing. Bro, F them picks. Please. Real good. Get them out of here. I'm at a point, like, I don't know if Bev said it on here. If somebody called and they say we gotta include Vince Williams in the deal, love you, Vince. Bye. We gotta have Santi in the deal. See you, Santi.
Those my guy.
As long as it ain't Gigi and Jalen Wells, everything else on that back half of that roster in the big 3 can go. I'm gonna even say this. Might be crazy, but I ain't got to point where if you gotta have Edie for the right price, I'm including. I'm just gonna be honest, bro. Edie ain't ready, and we have a coach, and I ain't gonna say front office because they don't want to draft him, but at least the coach is not committed to developing him.
At least right now.
Yeah, like if you ain't gonna use him, bro, just go and upgrade the roster, bro. It ain't nothing on Edie. It's nothing on him. But I mean, shit. Like at a certain point, I don't want to let these dudes their window or their interest of being together. Yeah, it's cool right now, but feelings change, bro. Yeah. And if they wake up in a year or two and they're like, man, we not even committed to winning. What are we doing here? And you start hearing little stuff in the media, or you start seeing guys say little stuff on their social media. And now this whole little perfect scenario, this kumbaya that we thought we was gonna have forever, nothing lasts forever. But this thing we thought we was gonna have, shit starts to get a little rocky. And now you looked up, we done missed it because we was trying to hold on to all these young pieces. Goon, BC will be on the next flight.
BC can. I love BC, but that man can go tomorrow if he needs to. Yes, I would trade BC for sure.
He out of here.
Yeah, BC is serviceable. Yeah, he's only good catching lives and getting rebounds. He has no offensive game outside of that. So why would we hold on to someone that has no offensive game like that? But anyway, to get to your point, I agree with you. And also what people don't talk about, I thought this trade resets the market a lot, like about what people would actually go for and what's actually valuable right now. You telling me, because this is my rationale. You can tell if I'm wrong. If AD went for 1 first-round pick and Max Christie, if Zach Kleiman says he wants to hold on to these 2 first-round picks and not trade for a guy, I'm gonna lose my head. Like, teams are being aggressive. Like, clearly, we just saw with the Fox trade.
It's 2. I'm about to say Fox. They got 3 first rounds for him. So it's like. That's how you know Luka value ain't what people think it is. You see what I'm saying?
But still, even within that, let me pull the trade back up so I can make sure I'm quoting myself correct.
Dude, you can't be watching the same basketball game. BC don't set no screen at all. It literally is a slip. Like he just.
But that's what I thought. Even within the 3 picks they got, they weren't all coming from. They weren't all coming from the same teams, organizations. Right. One came from Charlotte, one came from San Antonio, one came from Minnesota. And that's a 2031, a 2027, and a 2025. The 2031, that kid is in 8th grade right now. You think they caring about what 8th grader is open up his lunchbox to go to school tomorrow? Like,
don't disrespect him like that, King Mix. No, he ain't.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He resets the market. People are saying forget like these picks for 5 years down the line. Like, yo, we trying to make aggressive moves now, like because we're betting on us being good. Like we talked about a few weeks ago, you can't try to contend while also planning for the future at the same time. You literally cannot do it. I can't think of a situation that is where teams continue for a championship while beautiful for the future and they win a championship. We just saw it with Boston. We just talked about with Boston. They tried to do that, and it didn't freaking work.
Yep.
They tried to have – they had to reset, trade Kyrie, and reset and wait for the young guys to get good, and they won a championship eventually. But that was 3, 4, 5 years after they initially got Kyrie.
Yep.
We don't want to be in the same situation. We're like, dang.
We already – hold on. Ja's in what, year 5?
6. I thought it was year 6 because Jaren's in year 7 and Ja's in year 6.
Yep. And Bane's in year 5. So, we at the point, timeline-wise, split,
where these guys should be making that next leap to contend for championships. But you can't be so scared to get rid of the back half of the bench because, in the piece, like, wait for them when they develop. Forget developing. Like, outside of Edie, Gigi, and Wells, like I said initially in the first segment, those are the only guys we should care about developing and getting their lumps. Everybody else should be contending right now who add into the championship puzzle. Straight on that. It should be no in between. Yep. So the fact that I don't know where I even started, but the fact that this trade said what set the precedent of what teams are doing, that says that we have to keep it. We can't get left behind. Right. Like, I'm even gonna say this. I was rolling my eyes to the Jimmy Butler thing. Hey, forget Jimmy Butler. If he gonna be mad, we have to figure out. Get him here. Like, we can figure it out once he get here. No. Like, bro. I just switched the whole 180. Oh shit. That's how much my mind is over these last 24 hours. Because I'm like, yo, if you trade in Luka We can figure it out with Jimmy. Jimmy, be here. I don't care if you mad.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Come to work. Like, figure out why. I bet you ain't gonna care about your country and we party down Beale Street with your chip.
Right.
Like, you feel me? Like, if we going to get bro, throw whatever you can, Justin, do whatever you gotta do, bro. Like, real talk. Like,
figure it out, bro.
Anything, but like, I'm in a effort and figure it out. That's the mindset I'm in right now.
Yep.
Like, whatever you gotta do to consolidate the back half of the roster to win now, you gotta do it. I tweeted, ZK, wake up, dog. Like, you got to at this point. Like, this isn't, and I'm not talking from a panic. Oh, we got to make a trade panic situation. Like, no.
Right. No,
this isn't what I'm talking from. I'm talking from a standpoint where teams in your division, not just your conference, in your division, are clearly making moves that's like, yo, we want to contend now and put our best players with other best players so we can contend for now in 2-3 years in the future. With how we're presently constructed, we are not built to do that, to legit contend. We can be very good. We can be a good 50-win team, 53, 54, knock on the door for the wins record. That's fine. But we've been there and done that. And if we don't get serious as a franchise and saying, yo, and as I said last week, hurt some feelings, like some feelings going to have to get hurt for this team to get to where it needs to be.
100%.
Like, they just traded LeBron James's running mate. Like,
to bring in a LeBron James clone. Basically.
Yes, like, and if it's true, like, you can say what you want if you believe if LeBron didn't know or not, say, do what you want with that. But if the reports is true that he didn't know, like, at that point, like, it's open range at this point. If you're not even consulting the best player of all time to make a move,
he got JJ Redick hired. If anybody think LeBron didn't know about that deal, get out of my face.
I'm just going off of what they're reporting. We can talk about that all day. I'm just going off of reporting. If the reports are true that you're not consumed with the best player of all time, so yo, Jaren, hey, I'm telling you now, we want to make this move, but if y'all not rocking with it, y'all got to figure it out because, like, I'm sorry, BC. I know y'all rock with BC. He gonna have to dip right now. Hey, Vince, I know y'all like him because he crazy and all that, but we trying to get Jimmy Butler. So, hey, got to get him out of here. Yeah. Like, we seen like the little deals like Zaire when they traded Zaire. Ja wasn't happy. Well, he wasn't happy. I'm not saying he was unhappy, but he didn't want to see Zaire go because they were friends and all that. And we saw they traded Xavier Tillman and Jaren and Xavier Tillman was like really close and all that. Like, we saw that. And Xavier Tillman, who else had a kid on the team that Xavier was close with? It's like two people had kids on the team. I can't remember who it was in my top man, but they were really close friends on the team.
Jaren, right?
Yeah, it was like someone who had a kid that Xavier Tillman was cool with. It was somebody. Was it Dez that he had? It was like people. He was there with like other people.
Yeah, he was tight with Dez because they came in together, so they kind of
yeah.
And he was Darren's best man in the wedding. So yeah, he was tight with two people.
Yeah, he was tight with both of them, and they shipped him off. Yeah. Like, it's put up or shut up time. This is how I see. We've been saying this from the jump, but in the last 24 hours, I feel like really amplified that is put up or shut up. Let's see if this front office is really serious about contending.
Yeah,
because worst case,
bro, OKC is basically what we were 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Young team, you drafted all your talent. You blowing people out. You're having a lot of fun. They're not gonna make a move because they've already made two basic. I don't want to call them minor moves because they got a starting center and then they got a guy that could start for them in the playoffs and Caruso.
Yeah, he's Hardenstein and Caruso.
Yeah. So I highly doubt they do anything at the deadline, but it's gonna be arrogant of them because what's gonna happen is it's gonna get exposed in the playoffs, and then they're gonna try to learn from it and come back next year and make the necessary moves. Reason I bring OKC up is because we've already been where they're at. Yep. So when people holler out, and that's the thing, it's this divide in the fan base, and I don't care. Like, you keep it that way. Everybody's not gonna. You can't force people to fan the way you want them to fan. Most of us want this team to win. We just disagree with some of the ways that are going right now because we want them to win. Like, why would we not want them to win? But I'll say this: like, at a certain point, you're gonna have to say, all right, yes, we're winning ball games. Yes, we're second, third in the West. That shit means nothing in April and May, fam, because you're gonna play another professional ball club across the hall from you. or across the court from you that has veterans. Pretty much, we know we're gonna play a veteran team in that first round, and the way that these veteran teams are probably about to load up if they haven't already, it's gonna be a little bit difficult for you. And yes, Jaren is playing at again. I still got my, withdrawals, or what's the word? I'm still
reservations
because I got reservations about him, becoming all NBA. I think he'll get close. I don't know if he'll get it, but if he's playing at the all-star level, which he is, shout out to him, got voted in. Hopefully, Ja can get back to some sense of normalcy in his offense. Is kind of hurting him, but hopefully he can get back to some level. And Bang doing their thing. You're gonna have to surround them guys, bro, around something. Yes, we're winning, but when you get to that playoffs and shit start going awry, what is your identity? What are the roles that you set? I was talking to my dad yesterday. Like, it's a bunch of dudes out there running, doing anything with this equal opportunity offense because it's no set roles. Every other team got roles. You pass, you shoot, you defend, you rebound, you do this, you clean the shoes, you wash the drawers, you do whatever. And our team is out there like, well,
it's your turn, my turn.
We paying three dudes almost $1 billion, but guess what? Scottie Pippen, run out there and go shoot all them damn shots. Do whatever you want, Scottie. We paying you $1.1 million, but you go out there and act like you job. But then I turn around and make Gigi play a role. Anyway. That's another conversation.
I thought about something real funny, and it's kind of related. I saw this TikTok that was like, who has the best job? Like, what players are the best jobs in the league? And they said Josh Hart has one of the best jobs in the league because Tibbs just tells him, "Hey, yo, go play hard. You don't got to shoot the ball, just rebound the ball, play defense, and dive for loose balls." And that's why they maximize Josh Hart so freaking good because he has. That's why. Okay, quick little thing. Even I don't feel like the Knicks are going to be competitive. I don't feel like they're going to win a championship, but the Knicks is an epitome of a system that is ran by a serious coach. Like, yo, y'all do these things and do not relegate outside of what deviate. Yeah, exactly. About what y'all do. We know Jalen Brunson is going to run the show. Josh Hart is going to be a crazy old Tasmanian devil. We know OG going to slash and shoot. Mikal Bridges also slash and shoot. Like, we and everybody else. And Cat is running to run if we and space the floor.
Yep.
And play defense.
Yep.
And everybody else play defense. Like, that's literally what the role the Knicks are. And that's why they kicked our tail, because everybody stayed to their roles and maximized it. Again, I don't think the Knicks are gonna win a championship. I don't. But they run their offense and defense like a well-oiled freaking machine, because Tibbs have them not out. I don't want to say robotic, but it's kind of like a robotic type of way of playing because they're so locked into what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like we should take a page out of their book. Not, of course, adopt their ideologies, but how they go about playing winning basketball. That's how we should be playing a little bit.
Yep. But if you do that, it exposes the talent, the real talent of them dudes, and that's what people are scared of.
So get them out of there then. Like, that's the whole point.
That's what we stand.
Because in the playoffs,
nothing wrong with it. It's like, oh no, Scotty's fine, Santi's fine, BC's fine, everybody's fine.
Like, I guarantee you, if we run into either of those two, even if we run into the Clippers in the first round with a full healthy James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. You think what Jacob and no for the All-Star?
You really think that's giving Edie problems already?
You think I'm trusting a bench unit of LaRavia, Pimpin, BC, and Santi to give the starters a blow in playoff real experience basketball?
Unserious.
Nah, bro, I'm just not trusting that.
It's so unserious.
I'm not trusting
negative, bro. That's unserious, bro.
That's just unserious. Like, yo, put Scottie Pippen and drop him in a role playoff game and say, okay, Johnny need a break. Give me 7 good minutes of good point guard play. And you got Norman Powell coming across you. He picking you up 80 feet. Nah. It just things have to get shooken up and fast, man. Because there has to be a reality check from this team. Like, that's why I said that New York game was a reality check, that we woke up a little bit. Hopefully these past 2 trades was a reality check for ZK in the front. I was like, okay, this is getting real now. Like we can't get left behind. And we're gonna have to break a few eggs to make an omelet, because I feel like we're afraid to get messy. Like we are so afraid as a front office to get messy, bro. Like it's like
a little bit,
like and like when someone can cook a little bit, when there's a little seasoning spill here, a little salt spill, like they can tell they really putting their heart and soul into that dish. You can look and you can smell it. The kids, when your grandma used to cook, like it's a little stuff all over. Ain't no real. It's organized, but it's not.
Right.
That's how you got to run your franchise a little bit. Like you ain't no friends in the NBA, bro. Like it's not. When it comes to winning championship, like we saw another. They traded DeMar DeRozan, sent that man across the because they wanted the championship that bad. Yep. They shipped that man out the country of Canada.
He was sad, crying on Drake's couch.
Yeah, he was like, because he got traded. They was like, you know what? We finna go all in and bring a better version of you. And they won a championship.
Yep.
They traded Kyle Lowry's best friend. Kyle Lowry was visibly upset. Like he roasted.
They made 2 trades. And how many trades have I been saying we need?
They traded for Kawhi. They traded for Marc Gasol. That's all we need, fam. We need 2 trades.
We need another big man and we need another wing. You do that and we good.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. And I don't care who you give up outside of Gigi and Wells. That's me. Edie, I'll be tempted tonight.
The only reason I say Edie because we need a backup. We need a backup center eventually. Whoever we trade for that starter center, we need someone to back him up. So
yeah.
That's why I say we got to keep Edie. Because even if he's not ready right now, he needs the reps.
Yeah, it's tough right now because I think if you have a legit center, I think what's his name? I think Jay Huff can be played in spurts. Okay, I do. The problem is that the only other center you got right now is Edie, and neither one of them are consistent. Like neither one. And when I say consistent, like I know the numbers say when I think Edie plays over 20 or 25 minutes, like he's a plus. Something crazy, like his plus minus is crazy. The problem is
double tonight. Yeah, double tonight.
Even with his plus minus, the dude cannot catch a effing cold, bro. I don't know what's up with his hands. They are too big to not be able to catch a basketball. That shit is so irritating. Yeah, like that drives me insane. So
I keep saying, Zebo, please do a training session with Edie, bro, so you can teach him how to catch the ball properly at all different angles. Like Zach Randolph lives in Memphis. He lives downtown. Well, he don't live downtown, but he be downtown a lot.
Yeah.
Zebo, help my dog out, man. Please, bro.
Man, we was talking about Nick Richards on this podcast last season. Nick Richards go out there for a dude. I can't even think of dude name that he got traded for. And he's out there with Phoenix. I think his first game put up almost a 20-20 game. It's good to be confident, but yeah, we too pretty and prissy over here. Like just because you don't know a guy's name, you don't think that we can't, improve this team. Even if you improve around the edges, which I'm a believer of that, we don't have to go. I don't think you got to go this. If we get a Jimmy, I'm happy. But do I think we got to go get a Jimmy? I don't think so. I think you can still improve it around the edges with high-level role players, not just regular role players. Don't go get – we passed the days of going to get a – what's your boy up in Milwaukee we just paid today? He wasn't that good tonight, but he used to be good. Gary Trent.
Gary Trent, yeah.
We passed them. That's
Malik
not –
Beasley type.
Yeah, we passed that. That's not high-level role player. That's just regular role player. We need high-level role players at this point. So let's see here. We got Kilpie said his passing is gonna be great. He looks to be improved. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Like I've been saying, Ja's superpower has been his pass his rookie year. That's what he's came.
But we need guys around. To your point, we need guys around him that can actually do something with the ball. That's why I hate that it's taking so long. Well, he still hasn't figured out that Gigi is that guy, and he's splitting minutes with Jake freaking Laravia. Again, I'm not saying it's to diss Drake. I'm saying not diss Jake, not Drake. I'm not dissing Drake. We've done enough of that this year. But
Kendrick got 3, 4, 5 Grammys tonight.
Like we're not doing that. But I'm saying the fact that Gigi splitting minutes when we're gonna need him to be another shot creator and another like bucket getter. finisher.
Where'd you see Jake? Hey, never mind. Anyway, keep going. I'm sorry.
In the playoffs, that's why it's frustrating to me. That's why I say that we need to make a move so we can get somebody like that, like a Jimmy, like a Cam Johnson. That if Ja is confident, if he come off the screen, he sees a double team. He got Dez over here. He got Tripp in the dunker spot. He got Luka's a shooter, and he got somebody else that he know. If I give you this ball, you can put this ball on the floor and make something happen.
Yep. Man, say Zach Kleiman gonna trade for some second round.
I'm a riot, bro. I don't want to say what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna TP the FedEx form. I'm gonna go buy as much toilet paper as I can and just throw it all over top of the FedEx form.
I don't know. I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna drive to Memphis and jumping the straight young boy the whole time, just mad as hell. I don't know what I would do. I'm gonna crash out somehow,
man.
And if the report comes out that we don't want to trade picks, bro, I'm gonna lose my mind, bro. I'm gonna lose it. I literally am.
I ain't gonna lie. I need to get a media pass for one day just so I can make that one presser with Zach Kleiman. He gonna get up there, start talking, and I'm gonna stand up. This ain't funny, but it is a little bit. You know how in Malcolm X movie, how they said the dude, in his untimely demise, dude stood up and said, "Get your head in my pocket real loud." Zach Kleiman's gonna get up there making excuses of why he couldn't get the deal done and why he think we didn't need the deal. And I'm just gonna jump up and say, "You're a goddamn lie."
You freaking liar.
They gonna escort me out of that media press.
No, they definitely kick you out. They definitely kick you out for sure.
I'm not gonna care, bro, because it's like you gotta stop playing in our face, Climate. Like we know you are arrogant, some of gun. We know that, but right now ain't time for you to be arrogant. You need to go out here and help your team. Wayno said we just need consistency and guys who want to be MVP in their role. Wayno, that's the problem that we just talked about. These guys don't have defined roles.
They don't have roles.
If you go ask Scottie Pippen right now what his defined role is. He can't tell you.
Play ball.
Go ask Santi what his defined role is. He can't tell you.
Shoot the ball.
The only one that can probably tell you what his role is BC, and that's just because he can't do nothing else. So he's gonna do slip screens
and Jalen Wills. Jalen Wills playing guarding the team best player and catch and shoot threes.
Your best player don't even know what his role is right now, and it's not his fault. Ja Morant does not know what his role is right now, and that's crazy as hell to say, bro. That's so crazy to say. No faith in us make it. These smash, hey man.
I hope you're wrong, bro. I hope you're wrong.
I hope we all praying that you're wrong.
Like I said, even though I'm gonna say this, even though I feel like we should make a trade, I'm not moving on that we are gonna make a trade. I'm still betting if we ain't gonna do nothing. I'm still betting on that.
You putting your money on that we not, but you praying that we do.
Yeah, we praying that we do. I hope because I feel like we need one. But if I'm betting, we ain't gonna do nothing. And Zach Kleiman gonna say, I just need guys to get healthy and we're confident. That's also true, King. He's on TJ for not establishing what guys should be. And you can also blame the injuries, but I don't want to use that as a big excuse because you start this at training camp. Like you should tell guys what they should be doing. Yeah, I get on each night roles can change depending on who's in and out of the lineup, but your role should still be your role, no matter who's in the lineup or not. It can just grow or diminish.
Right.
Because that's just sports. If you play football, if you was wide receiver 2, if your wide receiver 1 get hurt, you still got to make your catches, but you're going to get more targets. It's simple as that. Your role is still to run your routes and get targets.
Yep.
Your role didn't change, just got. But when the wide receiver 1 come back, you know you're not going to get as many balls thrown your way.
And that's what frustrates me. And I get he's still getting his legs up under him, bro. But like, this is what frustrates me about this Gigi shit so much. You know how I give it up about him. Like, that's my guy, bro. I want to see this man flourish and do well. But like, you can't not give nobody else roles. And then when Gigi come back, you trying to make him be something that he not.
You can't slow burn him and you ain't been slow burn nobody else, bro. Like that makes me mad.
You know how many times we have to see these dudes run in with literally no destination to the middle of the paint, and then they turn around doing spin-a-roonies and just kicking it out.
Grenades.
Somebody's there. Yeah. But let Gigi do some shit like that. And you getting a 9 minutes. Like, come on, bro. It's just not that I don't agree with. Like, you can't. I said it before. You hazing this man like he trying to cross a divine 9. Like he trying to be an alpha. Or
it's like it's like you do. Like he on punishment for being hurt. Like that's how I feel like
nobody else. Stop that shit.
When Jay came back from injury, that man was playing 25 minutes a game.
Immediately. No, you good, Wayno. That's what it is, bro. Yeah, 12-man rotation is nuts. And you about to get 3 dudes. You finna get 3 more dudes back. So what you gonna do? Play 13, 14 dudes? Like, that's crazy.
I bet it's what we don't see coming, even putting in open. Is that open? A 3-team deal, which has been the trademark. If we can get it done, I don't know what that team would be, because if we say like us, Brooklyn, I don't know what that other team would be like to get the consolidation picks in pieces. I'm open to anything. We've given our list of untouchables. We don't have to say it again. But all I know is by February 6th, if we don't got something done, I'm not confident going to the playoffs.
I just hope
no matter healthy or not.
Nothing. Like, don't go get a dude that you know is clearly not the guy we need, and then you try to sell it to us like, oh, he's a perfect guy for us.
I'm trying to think, like, and I don't want to disrespect nobody on this show, but I'm trying to think like someone that gets Sam Cassell, Marjo.
Yep, give me Sam Cassell, please. Like,
I'm trying to think of players.
Like we get DeAndre Hunter, I'm happy. We get a Kobe Martin. I'm gonna literally pull out every piece of my beard that I just cut down. Like, I'm gonna be looking like a naked mole rat because I'm gonna take all of my beard.
You know who we should really try to go for, even though I don't see it happening because of the money. But being that DeAron Fox got traded, I would love to see Malik Monk in Memphis. I would love to see Malik Monk in Memphis. Like, he don't play great defense, but he can score that thing.
Yeah, we still got a starting 3 problem. Shout out Jalen.
He can slide over to the 3 a little bit. Not that well. He can play.
Bro, he's shorter than Ja. What are you talking about?
Malik Monk is not 6'1". He is not 6'1". There's no way Malik Monk is 6'1". There's no way. He plays the 2 guard. There's no way he's 6'1".
I swear.
If he's 6'1", he's 6'3".
Out your damn mind. Okay. Why go look at him next to 6'3" dudes and you tell me if he's 6'3"?
I need some images, man. How tall DeAron Fox?
Fox like 6'3". He's like 6'3".
They the same
6'4".
freaking height.
No, they not.
This is a picture of them standing next to each other in Kentucky.
That's what's that word? It's not landscape. It's the point of view. Like,
bro, they are the same height. These jokers are the same height.
I promise.
What are you looking at?
Play again. I promise that man like 6'1", bro.
Bro, Malik Monk is not shorter than DeAron Fox, bro.
Yes, he is, dude.
Bro, look, he's standing next to what's the name? These are the
platform. He on the phone booth, bro. I promise that man. I promise he's short. I promise.
Bro, Malik Monk is a smooth 6'3", 6'4", and that's that on that. He can play the 2 and the 3. And he lanky, athletic, man. Get out of here.
That's what I'm saying, King Meeks. Like, people that try to like make excuses for him, I don't even be trying to shit on Jenkins like that. I want to come in and give him praise. I swear, like, good job. But like, at what point we passed halfway of the season? At what point are you gonna like start to practice your playoff rotations?
True.
Like, you gonna wait till game 82, or you gonna wait to get into the playoffs to finally practice a 9-man rotation? Shit, I might ask you 10 because you're doing 12 now. So, like, can you drop it down to 10? Jesus Christ. Wayno says a bit of red flag with Taylor Jenkins. We need to consolidate the road. You have to take his toys away, Wayno. Yeah. You have to take his toys away. And Kleiman has had to do that multiple times since he's been a coach. He had to take away plenty of guys from him.
See, a guy I don't want is like Derrick Jones Jr. Like, I don't want a Derrick Jones Jr. He's like a bottom. He's like I'm thinking. I feel like he's good. I feel like we need like a little better. I feel like we need. Yes, I'm saying tier. That's what I'm saying. I feel that.
But you see what he just did to Dallas last year. That's the one that I would go. That's the one that if Derrick Jones Jr., that's the one of that tier kind of guy that you could name me anybody else on that tier. I say hell no. But his athleticism and his defense.
Yeah, and he can shoot a little bit. I just don't think he's good enough to. I just don't think he's on that upper echelon of role players to really turn the tide. I like him. But I just don't. I don't know about that. I'm just looking through rosters right now to see if there's someone that comes to mind that I feel like I would want. I'm really just looking through rosters on the league right now.
You ain't gotta give up much for him either. That's the other thing too. That's a who he with? The Clippers?
Yeah, he with the Clippers right now.
Damn, is he hurt or is he just not getting?
No, he played last game. He played. He's not playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, they man, golly,
He's throwing lobs up like a crazy.
Please, he has literally no lob threat. None.
I'm trying to think who on the Pacers. Is anyone on the Pacers that I want? Is there anybody on the Pacers?
I like Ben Mathurin, but he had to be a bench scorer.
Yeah, you see, I already hit DeAndre Hunters already. You already said him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of someone in the East because the West teams, the West is going some crazy trade within.
It's gonna be hard to pry anybody from them for sure.
Yeah, is anyone on the Heat that I want?
You get Jeremy Grant. I mean, I'll take him.
Who's Jeremy Grant on right now?
Portland. You send what is that? You send out Smart $20 million. You send out I send BC.
Shoot, yeah, BC can go.
Give me Grant. Shit, I'll take both of them. I mean, he's basically both of them put together. He's a good defender,
to be honest,
and he's tall and he can score better than BC. It's gonna be a lot, bro. I know. Shout out to my boy Rusty Whitten, man. He on the John Collins train, but he also would love to have Colin Sexton as well. I would love that.
I'd rather have Lonzo than Sexton. I don't dislike Sexton, but I'd rather have Lonzo than Sexton. Sexton get a little bit too shot happy sometimes. Like he's a dog though. He's a great defender. I feel like he's a great defender. He's a dog, great locker room guy. I feel like Lonzo would be like the perfect, because Lonzo's the perfect balance. Because Scottie Pippen, he do too damn much, and him and Sexton, they do too much sometimes. But Lonzo, he can turn it on when he needs to. But he also, hell nah, bro. You just saying, bro, go to sleep. Go to sleep, bro. Hey, go to sleep, fool. Go to sleep, bro. Austin Rivers is crazy work. Austin Rivers is disrespectful as hell. Nah, you ain't finna do my buzz up like that. Austin Rivers is crazy work.
I respect the big goon, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
This Negro just said Austin Rivers. This man is out the league. If you wait till he just talking. He just trolling.
No way.
He's just trolling. There's no way you believe that. You can't look at me straight in my face and you say you believe that. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way you believe that.
Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate
I respect it. You being funny. You funny as hell, bro. You funny as hell. This man just said,
I love Lonzo.
How the hell this man said Austin Rivers though? Like Austin Rivers, Doc Rivers son? Then I'm finna say, I need to go to sleep. I was finna I need to go to sleep. We need to cut it. I was finna say something stupid.
Yep. We're gonna wrap it up just like that, man. We got a good week of hoops coming up. Let's see who we got.
We got Spurs tonight.
Spurs. Yep. Who tonight? Yeah, it is the next day. Shout out to y'all. It's 700 of y'all in here late tonight, so we appreciate y'all tapping in.
We got Spurs, and then we got Spurs. We got Raptors on the 5th. And then we got the Thunder this Saturday, and then the next time, that'll for the next 3 games this week. So who you got? You got 2-1, 1-2, 3-0. What's your prediction for the week?
2-1.
I
know they talking about Dez, their little injury, so he may not play tomorrow. I still think they get the Spurs. But I mean, shit, if Ja don't play, we're not beating the Thunder. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Simple as that.
Yeah, I don't.
And honestly, if Dez don't play against the Spurs tomorrow, I feel like we can still beat them. But that's gonna be a lot tougher game. Still, it's gonna be a tough game.
You said Dez,
if Dez don't play tomorrow or tonight, because we'll see how much he was able to walk on it pretty decent after the game. We just during the game running on it.
It's gonna swell up overnight.
Yeah, it's gonna swell up overnight. And on the flight back, I know that's probably gonna come from on the flight back. Ankles swollen. Yeah, it's not that long of a flight though from Milwaukee to Memphis. So. But still, though.
Well, they could trade with LeBron. Like, I think we had this hope in our mind that they don't want to happen, but man, I don't think that ever
LeBron
happened.
James get traded, nah, bro.
He going where he want to go, and I don't
think they're not gonna do him they're not gonna just send. Hey, LeBron, you going to Memphis? What? Nah. LeBron
even though it would make the most sense, he would literally win a championship right now if he came to Memphis.
It would make a lot of sense. LeBron? Everything.
Smart BC. Well, you had to make salaries, so you got to give up Smart BC, Luke, Santi.
Santi and throw in. They may throw in.
We gotta take Bronny back. So
we do. Nah, we do got to get Bronny just for the heck of it. Just
I'll take
Bronny
Bronny. If I ain't got to see Scottie Pippen ever again, bounce basketball.
This man. This man wants Bronny James or Scottie Pippen Jr. I have heard it all.
Jenkins ain't gonna play him, so shoot. At least we got him on the roster. What a consolidation move.
The forum gonna be lit with Bronny getting the game. The forum gonna be lit. Oh my gosh, Bronny James.
Bueno, I know you came in late, bro. Run that back to probably about. Man, I think we started talking about Luka about maybe 20 minutes, 22 minutes in. Run that back because, like I said, I think when people step off the edge of looking at, like, it's hard to imagine, especially as a Grizzlies fan. We're gonna get out of here, but this one thing that I did want to talk about real quick. It's hard for us to imagine it because, like, imagine we wake up tomorrow and it says the Grizzlies have traded Luka. Ja Morant. Like, on the surface of hearing that, we would lose our effing minds. Like, no questions asked.
Yeah,
but the problem is that they had a clear number two. Like, they have a superstar. People can feel how they feel about Kyrie. I said that earlier. But, like, Kyrie, at the end of the day, is still a superstar in the NBA. And they still had him. At what point in his career you want to say whatever, but he ain't
taking a step
off. Yeah, he fell off. So it's kind of harder. It's kind of harder to be upset when you still have a superstar. And then I'm getting a top 10 talent back in that trade still. We still have don't listen to the Ringer. Don't listen to NBA.com. You have two top 15 talents on that one team. And in the playoffs, you might have two top 10 talents on that team. You keep on just, you still got the assets to improve that team. I think that team is going to be good. So, yeah, catch that replay. Like I said, about 22 minutes in it.
That's a fact.
I think you'll change. I don't think it's a bad trade at all.
Yep.
King Meek said, "Ja Twitter back up."
Oh, for real?
Hey, just
feel better, Twitter. Feel better, Twitter.
Yeah, sending prayers to you, bro. We got to get you healthy, dog. Put him in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Time chamber from DBZ.
Yeah. Even still, you don't trade a top 5 player in the NBA at 25, even a floppy flap shit. Yeah, run it, man. Bueno, for every concern you saying, you're not wrong for the concerns that you're saying, but I think just I have a very different perspective on it. That not saying it's right, but it's some way we can look at it differently a little bit. Yeah, man. We're gonna get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. It's late as hell. I know. I think Wayno, he in a different country. So what time is it there, Wayno? Where you at right now?
Ain't he like in Australia? Where is he at? Australia?
Australia, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's no way you at.
It's probably like in the morning for him right now. It's probably like 10 o'clock in the morning right now. Probably go to work or something.
He at work right now. What time is it though, Wayno? Where you at? Where you at and what time is it?
What country and what time is it? We got people international. Appreciate you, dog.
He's in Sydney, Australia. It's 6:10 in the afternoon. Oh, sheesh. Okay.
You finna go to sleep, ain't it? You got off of work.
It's time to get dinner.
It's time to get dinner. You trying to put the kids to sleep now. The kids away from school. That's actually a great time, bro. For him.
15 hours.
That's crazy. He done with the work. He already got his food, man. He ready to get some food and chill for the night.
In the future.
He is in the future. Must be nice, bro. I gotta hit this mud, and you already had your whole day. Shout out you, bro. Shout out Wayno.
Well, all right, y'all. We're gonna get up out of here again. Appreciate y'all for sure. Tapping in, hanging with us late tonight. We'll be back next week. Oh man, I hope we happy on this next episode. That's all I'm gonna say.
Trade deadline reaction episode. Oh my gosh, I just thought about that. Why did you say that?
Oh man,
why did you say that?
I hope
trade deadline reaction.
God damn it! I hope we happy.
God damn it!
Good grief. Well,
I'm
Evan.
Look, we gotta see. We see what happens.
I'm Chris Ingram, man. This is No Bluffin' Podcast. We appreciate y'all, man. We will catch y'all next week. Do something this week that makes you feel good, puts a smile on your face, man, because that's what all that matters at the end of the day. We'll catch y'all next week. Go Grizz.
Go Grizz.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the No Bluffing Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.